European leaders are set to meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping today in a push for Europe to engage with China. French President Emmanuel Macron and the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, flew to Beijing yesterday.
What happened in Beijing was not just a failed diplomatic mission, it was, in the eyes of many around the world, a deliberate humiliation of the European Union and its leadership. The image that will be remembered is not of red carpets, brass bands, or military honours, but of Ursula von der Leyen, the President of the European Commission, and her delegation squeezed uncomfortably into a small, locally manufactured King Long minibus. To the outside observer, it looked less like a state visit and more like a group of disgraced tourists shuffled away from the spotlight. And while von der Leyen's team endured this, the CEOs of Germany's biggest corporations were treated very differently. They arrived separately, chauffeured in gleaming black German-made Audis, symbols of prestige and influence.
China's investment footprint in Europe is shifting, and it's not just down to economics. President Donald Trump's America First policies are forcing Europe to rethink their dependencies on the US and prompting at least some governments in Europe to reconsider their ties with China.
This contrast was no accident. It was a statement. China's message was surgical. Political leaders of the EU, with their moral sermons and ultimatums, no longer command respect. But the business leaders, the ones who bring factories, jobs and technology, are still welcomed, even honoured. The optics could not have been sharper. Europe's elected and unelected politicians may speak loudly on the global stage, but in the eyes of Beijing, they are irrelevant. What matters is economic reality, and reality today favours China. That image of von der Leyen in the minibus will haunt European diplomacy for years to come. It was not just transport, it was symbolism. A continent once considered the centre of power in world politics, now reduced to passengers in a vehicle they did not control. Once inside the summit, the EU delegation wasted no time in presenting what